bit of a moment of realisation that, well, it wasn't my realisation. One of the kids said, "You keep mentioning, oh, that's so-and-so, that's Badger's offspring, that's Cinnamon's, that's Wasp, but you haven't introduced any of them." So I'm going to try and do that today. They're eating. So this is going to be at the beginning of the video, but not in order, because you'll see Cinnamon with some kits. That's Cinnamon there. And you'll see Wasp, the big standard there, with some kits. And you'll see all these other offsprings. So this gigantic one here, this Snowball, he's at Cinnamon and Badger. Badger's that one over there. 2 seconds. Badger's actually that one. So Badger, this boy here, Badger is the father to all of these. Cinnamon, this girl here, and Badger, the mother of that, is the mother and father of that one. Wasp is a standard. She's probably a middle-sized standard. This one's bigger than her, but he's meant to be a micro-bred one. This is Snowball. He really likes his food. He won't be like taken away. Look at the size of him. He's a great big albino. That one over there is another Badger offspring, but it came from she's still a bit scatty. Come on, come on, come on. So she's like a cinnamony type one, probably about 5 months old now, and she's a Badger across another, not one of mine. And that was meant to be a micro, but it was like the white one. It was a bit of a throwback because it was very big. This silver one up here. Come on, Simon. Come on, Simon. Come on. This silver one's getting roughed up quite a bit, but this is a Badger son. It's got like a bit of a red tinge to the eyes. It's a bit of a silvery one with a... It's getting roughed up by Badger all the time, but it's getting better. But that one there is out of another white one, which was meant to be a micro. This one here, I believe, is the Wasp cross Badger son, daughter, and I call her B. She's one of my favourites. This is Cinnamon. So a little bit more into it. Good boy. These are all this year's kits. Cinnamon is 2. Badger, who's next to her, is 2. Wasp over there is 4. She was the first one I had. I called her Wasp because when I got her, she was about as unpredictable as a wasp. And she is quite a big old girl. Trying to get the Wasp daughter to come out, which is little girl. There you go. Come on in. There you are. So this here is the Wasp daughter. She's a lovely girl. Now, I got Wasp 4 years ago. She came from a lady who bred ferrets as pets. They lived in the house. She was, her father was a pet, her mother was a pet, and they got it off of one of their relations who bred pet ferrets as well. They'd never been worked, but Wasp is a pretty ferocious working ferret, and she has to be dug to every single time. She's very, very good. The little one I just showed you, B, who's out of Badger and Wasp, looks like a slimmer version of Wasp. She's very fast, probably the best out of all the micros that I've got, and she's a half micro. I put a roof on this place now so they don't get wet. That's B there. And she's really, really fast. She weighs about 500 grams. She's in a winter coat now. And that's all of them. We've got a bit of an introduction into them all. I'll tag this on the front, so when I'm referring to all of these ferrets, you now know who they are. This is the standard, and these are a bit more interested. Let's see if this one figures out what the waterfall is. It's a little mini. Not interested? Someone's having a shit fit because they just walked into the waterfall. She's a tiny little girl, that one. Got 6 kits under her at the moment. There's Wasp, she's the standard. She's not a massive standard, but we put the miniature across her. Her babies are in there. Okay. Here's the male. Here's a mini male. He's a large end. A mini, to be honest, he's a very small standard. I'll leave these out for 12 to 14 hours a day, and they just have an evening meal in the hutch together. They're all wanting to play now. Snowball's such a big lump, but every single one of them's wanting to play now. This one, last time I weighed him, he was 1.2 kilograms, and his mother's I think his mother was 420 grams. And they'll just play around here, dig, just go crazy. Well, I usually leave this open halfway through the day so they can get in and have a lay down, but they dug a load of burrows everywhere. But they can't get out. These young ones have been out for a good month now. They're getting better, but they still get a little bit duffed over by the don't you bite me? Hello, Fatso. Hello, Fatty. Yeah, he's turned out a very good worker as well. But I'll do a bit of an analysis on how they will work when I'm a bit further into the season. It's the first proper time I've worked them. But like I say with Wasp, she was the original one. And she was as unpredictable as a wasp. Sometimes she'd bite you, sometimes she wouldn't. She's got a lot better lately. She's in her winter coat now, got a bit of a silver sort of white, more of a whiter coat than last year. Don't know whether it's because she's getting older now. But she's a very good worker. And I'm going to probably put that large white one across her next year, because he's a very good worker as well. But you do have to dig to those two every time. The little ones, you don't have to.